guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Jethro Tahillah or Lodra, and this is Young Wives in Crime. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome, welcome, welcome. And then if it's your first time, welcome again. So guys, today I'm so excited. And then today I have two guests, two lovebirds. I think you can see there's something happening. So today I have two guests here with me. The most interesting part, guys, is that this guy is romantic. I've never seen such, but let me not go to the story now. I will tell you after. So guys, introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Tahillah.
Hi, Tahillah.
I'm a first year student also at the Baptist Theological College. I stay in the Vault Triangle, but I'm currently residing in Randburg.
Yes.
And I'm 21 years old.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And I'm Jethro. I'm also first year BTC, and I live in the Vault Triangle as well. We go to the same church, in Vereeniging, which is very, very south, and yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. So guys, what happened is that Jethro proposed in class.
On the topic of love, it says, "Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man." Now when we read Proverbs, we know that it's a book containing wisdom literature. And the only person that we know that is very wise is King Solomon, son of David. He wrote many proverbs, and many of them were included in the book of Proverbs. And so we expected him to have written the whole book. The first word that we can look at as we jump into this passage, love. It's the word that jumps out to me first. I mean, I'm in love, so of course this perfect love that we need to have is that it cannot be possible without trust. Trusting in your spouse, trusting in your friend, and especially now in these times, uncertain times, we need to trust in our God. And so today I'd like to call up Tahillah. Please come. I'm going to do an exercise with her, if she wouldn't mind coming forward. You can actually stand. Yeah, you'll face that way. You're going to close your eyes. No, actually, stand there. Stand there. You're going to close your eyes. We're going to do a trust fall, guys. This is about trust. But before, you can move forward. Okay, you can actually turn around.
No way. Oh. No way.
I have loved you, not only because of who you are, but because who you are to other people. And I'll always love you. And when I prayed for a wife, I never envisioned him giving me you. But you're more than anything I could have expected. Will you marry me?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That is wild! Yeah!
He proposed in class, guys. Were you preaching? Was it your preaching day, or you just decided you're going to preach first and then?
So what happened was I had already preached that this semester.
Okay.
I had already preached, done my sermon for the semester, and then I realized that I would like to propose.
Oh, okay.
So I asked Dr. Walter, our lecturer, if I could do an extra sermon
because you're extra.
Yeah, because I missed out on my sermon.
Oh, you missed out.
Semester 1
Oh,
because
okay, of COVID.
COVID,
Okay.
yeah. So I asked him if I could do an extra sermon, but he knew that I was going to propose. I told him this is what I'm planning, and so he let me do a second sermon.
So was your sermon basically on the on the chapter, sorry, on the scripture that you were given by the lecture on the first semester, or you preach something that will engage with the proposing?
So I actually I did my own thing. I spoke on Proverbs 3 verse 3 to 4, which says, let love and faithfulness never leave you.
I was like, wow! Because I never thought it like that. Because you always go to those fancy restaurants where you go there and then you propose. I never thought it could happen actually in class after preaching the word of God. And then guys, they are saved. They love God.
Yes,
They love
we
God.
Of course.
Yes. So I have a few questions. I don't want this video to be long. I have a few questions for them. So guys, how did you guys meet?
Well, I'll answer that one. I actually lived in Durban for the year of 2018.
Where in Durban?
Durban North.
Oh, I'm from Durban.
Really?
Wow.
Oh wow,
I'm from Imlazi.
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
So I stayed there for the year of 2018, and then on my way back I had to come back because my plans didn't work out for that year.
Okay.
And so on the way back I remember praying to the Lord, saying, Lord, let a wife be the reason I'm coming back, please.
Guys,
Because I was quite lonely and I just felt like I needed someone in my life.
someone in your life.
So 2 weeks later, I went back to my family church, which is the church that Tahillah goes to, and that's when I met her. And yeah, from the first time I saw her, I was like, yo,
This is the one.
she's so pretty.
Yeah, we met in church and
Yeah,
we
that's
made
it.
history.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what was your first impression, Tahillah? I know I said I'm going to ask it to you, Jethro. What was your first impression of him coming to you and approaching you?
So he actually started coming to my Bible study, which my parents are the hosts of.
Okay.
So he came to my house, and I always this is very weird, but I always liked the way he dressed. So I was like, this is a Durban boy, I like his style and everything. And his hair, he had like super longer hair than this now.
And this one looks good, believe me. And the first time I saw it, like, oh, this
Thank
one
you.
suits you very well.
Oh, thank you. And yeah, I just thought he was such a kind and gentle person, and yeah, he's always made me laugh. And I think my first impression on him was definitely this.
That's another thing that you need to have in your partner, where you'll be able to share jokes and be just comfortable when you are with him, not be serious, because really there are those times that are going to come when you need to be serious. But let's say God is giving you guys 10 years together or 30 years. Then you're sitting there with a person who doesn't make you laugh or like, wow.
Yeah.
So sorry about that, I cut you off.
No.
So you're saying?
Yeah, I think my first impression on you was you're a gentle spirit, very handsome, and just a very loving heart and attitude towards anyone that approaches him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then with you, Jethro,
Well,
or you had to give it for 5 months, 6 months, 7 months?
Yeah.
Until
It's a
No,
juicy story.
actually, the problem was that she was with someone at the time, and
She's
so
not single.
I didn't say I want her. You know what I mean? I didn't say she's my wife. I said I really like her personality, and like I would like to find someone like that. And I started praying that. I said, Lord, I love the way Tahillah is, and I love the way she carries herself and how godly she is. And then, things happened, and we eventually fell in love.
ended up together.
Yeah.
How did you know she was the one? Did you pray? I heard you said you prayed. How was the confirmation? If you had a confirmation? Because sometimes we go to relationships because of our feelings, because of the lust, or because of the moment when we, like, it's either I saw her, she smiled back at me, and then I'm like, she's the one. So I want to know, how did you know she's the one? With me, my husband, we were friends. We were friends, like we were not close, like we just became friends. Then he got to know me, I got to know him. I liked the way he carried himself, I liked the way he treated women, of which my friends and people around, he was a gentleman. He's still a gentleman. He's still a gentleman. So it happened that he told me, Sli, I like you, I love you, can you try this? Then we did. Then me going in the relationship, already in my mind, I said, I want to get married. I don't want to be changing partners like 10, 12 times, which is one thing that Christians, I feel, Uguti, we need to save ourselves from being broken, that your partner, when he comes or when she comes, you are broken. You can't now express God's love to this guy. So he proposed, sorry, he didn't propose immediately. So I told him, Uguti, guy, the only thing I want in my life right now, it's marriage. Go and pray and ask God if I'm the one. How was it with you guys?
Sure,
So, yeah, that's really cool. So I knew before, like, about infatuation and how you can catch feelings and then lose them. And so I gave a time between us knowing that we liked each other and actually beginning dating, that I said to her, listen, I don't want to lead you on, I don't want to, I want to make sure of my feelings. And during that time, I just kind of got to know her in a way that, like, just made me fall deeper and deeper in love with her. And we used to, I remember talking with her outside her house till like after Bible study, till like 9, well, not even 9, from 9 to like 12 o'clock. And then when we both realized we wanted to go into the ministry together, that was my answer. Because I've always wanted someone who would be so supportive of me and even doing the same thing as me. I think it's really important that as a couple we can serve Jesus, and I think that's really important.
And with you, Tahillah, how did you know that he is the one?
Well, the previous relationship wasn't all that great, and it was my first honest and like real relationship. Like in school, I never really dated and all that, And so this guy that I was dating, my ex-boyfriend, when Jethro kind of stepped into the story, he kind of showed me how a girl should be treated. You know what I mean? He always spoke, not that I cheated on the other guy, anything like that, but he kind of showed me how he always used to like talk to me in Bible study, even though the guy would sit next to me, and things would rise, and he would mention it, and I would see a different side to a relationship. And I was just praying about it, and I was like, Lord, if this is the relationship that you want me to, with this other guy, to get married, let it work out, or may you be the one that ends it. It ended very soonly, and I was just praying about it, and I really asked the Lord to heal my heart and help me to find and regain who I am and my identity. And after that, I kind of just, really just trusted the Lord, and obviously I started liking Jethro and really liking his kindness, loving his family. I love his family.
Oh, that's nice.
And we really became close, and we had the greatest conversations. We would talk for hours and hours and hours in person, not over the phone, And I think that was awesome. And I really just started praying and asking the Lord that I don't want to fool around. It's not my intentions, and I don't want to, date this one and then go on to the next.
Because going around with a lot of people, it sort of diminishes the gospel. So we always strive to leave, or when we decide that we are doing a courtship, or we are in they say it's a purposeful dating, it should always present Christ, not like people who are just doing it.
Yeah, and I just soon realized that Jethro was the man that I've always prayed for. His characteristics matched my prayers, and I remembered writing like a letter to my future husband and writing points that I would love for him to entail. And he like matches all of that. He's not just my fiance now, but he's also my best friend. And he's the person that I can tell anything to, and that even though if we fight, I still only want to be with them,
because there will be times where you guys will fight, but you're not fighting to leave, you're fighting that you are expressing your feelings for the other person to know this is how I'm feeling. Now moving along, I want to know, how did you guys end up in BTC? Did you guys plan the whole thing, or were you on your own corner, Jethro, and you two, Tahillah, and then the Lord called you guys? What happened? And how did you decide that you're going to come to BTC and do your ministry? And then again, I want to find out, are you guys in the same ministry? There's missions, there's pastoral, there's youth. So I want to know, are you guys going to be doing the same thing, or are you guys going to be doing different things?
So I think the first thing to address is we didn't decide to go into the ministry together. It was me and him separately before we dated. So it was kind of a decision, like 6 months, even probably before we knew each other, we already decided that we want to pursue ministry. And obviously because we're in the same church, all of our pastor comes studied at BTC, and we have a lot of students. Our second pastor, so they obviously kind of led us towards BTC, and we really loved the environment and we really loved what they offered. And so that's why we both pursued BTC. But yeah, so obviously we didn't do it because a lot of people ask us, oh, so did you do it to be together all the time and stuff? We didn't do that because we decided to do it separately, you know. And it is an amazing experience to be able to do it together. I mean, there's very little people that's so privileged. And I think for myself, it's really been a time of prayer in this. I'm kind of still in between missions and pastoral. I'm leaning more towards pastoral, but you?
I'm also pastoral.
Yeah, so I think at the end of the day, even though we choose different routes or even the same,
it still leads to Christ.
I mean, and we first and foremost there to serve Him, you know, not there to serve each other. But obviously, whether or not we choose which one, we will still, I think, remain in the ministry as a couple. And it would be our dream to work or to serve, not work at the same church, you know what I mean?
My next question, in my culture or in my context, a guy who goes and proposes to a lady, you go first to speak to the parents.
Yes.
Before you go and propose.
Same with us, yeah.
And then again, with us, proposing is not something that happens every time, because most of the time, the parent will ask you, especially to a girl, why did you take the ring before you even come to us? So did your parents know? Did you speak to them? And especially Jethro, because for you it was a surprise. Or what happened?
So about 2 months before, I took Tahillah's dad out for coffee, and I spoke to him. I think he knew what was going on, because a few months before, Tahillah and I actually went and I surprised Tahillah to go get this ring design.
My parents knew about that too.
Okay.
Yeah, the parents knew about that, and we'll tell you the story behind the ring just now. But I spoke to him, and we have a very good relationship. I get along with her dad so well, and he gave me his blessing, and he basically said him and Tahillah's mother are really grateful that she has me, and that was really an honor. I'll never forget that conversation. So yeah. And then once that happened, I just started planning, and then I did it. That's it.
So yeah, my parents knew, his parents knew, and regarding the ring, we've designed it, and actually in the imprint underneath the stone, there's a cross.
Oh wow!
Yeah, with
and were you doing those cross things?
Yes, yeah, I'm making.
Yeah,
I need to get one too.
So yeah, it was really profound for us to just put the cross in my ring as a symbol that we're in the ministry and we're devoted to Christ. Even in this stage, I mean, we aren't staying together and we're not doing what married couples do, and it's just also that covenantal part of committing to what the Lord, honors in His word and wants for us as a couple. And so
that's nice. And then I want to find out with my context. We pay lobola, do you know lobola?
Yes.
We pay lobola, and there's a lot of events before the wedding. So with you guys, what happens? Do you pay lobola? Is there something that the family exchange, or it's just parents saying, I'm giving you the blessings?
So no, there's not really lobola. It's just kind of the ring is the symbol, and then it's the permission from the parents. And then celebration-wise, we didn't. For engagement, we just went out for supper. But with weddings, we usually do, my family would do a traditional white wedding.
Yeah.
So it's your family who does that?
It's Tahillah's parents who pay it, traditionally.
So there's actually a few ways of
That's
So
weird,
in the modern day
we want
today,
to know. We want to know.
yeah,
Tell us.
so modern day today, I think a lot of the parents have stepped out of that and they've kind of let the kids pay. So if you want to get married and say you're above 30, you're going to pay for your own wedding. But in our situation, and it's still a very big thing in our culture as well, that our parents pay. So his parents will most probably like pay for all the drinks at the wedding and all the flowers and his suit. And then my parents, they will actually pay for the venue and the dress and all that. So we kind of do a share where my parents pay, I think, majority of it. Yeah.
Okay. And when is the big day? Is it something that you're planning to happen now, or you want to finish college first? Then you get married, and what is the plan?
No, so
we're not inviting you guys. I'm not inviting you.
You guys can come to the church.
So we obviously want to get married as soon as possible. But our biggest thing at the moment is we both study, and so our income is basically the biggest thing. I think it's a normal thing where if you move out of your parents' house, or if you kind of marry, obviously you have to kind of support yourself.
Yeah.
And so that's our biggest thing at the moment. Then we'll get married as soon as we can financially support each other. Our plans are either in a year's time from now, so at the end of next year, or beginning of 2022.
So in closing, I know I'm not a marriage counselor, I'm not a priest or anything, and I'm not getting you guys married right now, but I would love that one day when your children, you refer them to my channel to go and watch this video. I want you to say what is in your heart to Jethro, and you, Jethro, tell Tahillah what is in your heart.
Okay, I'll go first. I think, Tahillah, I just want to say, I like I said in my video for the proposal, I've always loved you. And I've loved you not only because of who you are, but because of who you are to other people. You're such a kind, loving, godly woman, and someone that I could always look to for help and guidance. And I don't know, you just make my heart happy. And
Nice.
I think that's, I love you so much. And I I wouldn't be the man I am today without you. So thank you.
That's nice. That's
We won't
nice.
kiss, but we won't and I just want to say, you are such a blessing in my life. Not just you, but your whole personality, your whole being, and just the vibe you give off. And I love you. I love your family, and I can't see myself with anyone else. The way we can joke with each other, the way we talk to each other, and the way you handle me as not only a woman but a friend and a partner. That is obviously it means the world to me. And I just say that I cherish you, I love you, and I'm so honored to want to be your official wife. And I'm thankful for the person you are and the way you support me.
Thank you.
And I love you.
So guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I just have a verse that came into my heart when I was planning the whole thing, or when I wanted to ask you guys.
Awesome.
Is from Songs of Solomon 8 verse 4. It says, "Daughters of Jerusalem, I charge you, do not arouse or awaken love until it so desires." Because the moment you awaken love while you cannot fulfill its desires, then it will be useless of you guys engaging in a relationship. So I felt that the moment you guys decided you want to be together, it's because you were ready to fulfill your heart desires. Though we know when you are a Christian, there are things that you do not do until the day of the wedding, but you committing yourself to Tahillah, Tahillah committing yourself to Jethro, it was you saying that, okay, I am ready. I want to awaken this thing. I want to commit and to my girlfriend or boyfriend. Thank you very much, guys, for allowing me to interview. As I told you, this is Young Wives in Christ. We promote marriages just to share with people that in God, in Christ, these things still happen.
Yeah.
You are young, but you find each other and you've let God to lead you. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, guys, probably, maybe, I don't know, we'll see the wedding in the channel someday.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not inviting myself. But thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Again, if it's your first time in my channel, please subscribe. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much. And then Young Wives in Christ, remember, guys, we are dealing with relationships, marriage, singleness, and lifestyle. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.